40 days of prosperity, day 5, a commitment I'm making to myself and to you today to come live, to click live and just say, I love you, and I've got an affirmation for you today. Day 5, something I'd like to read before I go into this. This won't be long. This will be actually a very short one today. So Heather and I woke up today and we started reading through a very powerful book that is really impacting our life. It's called The Holy Relationship, because one of the passionate purposes of our life is to purify love in our own life, in our own heart, and are committed to having a holy relationship with each other and with ourselves, with our Creator. And by the level of the purifying our heart is in how we do relationship is a level of peace, power, prosperity, and all that. But a question we were asked, and it brought just tears to our heart. Ask yourself these questions. Do you want to know yourself as eternally innocent, as invulnerable to attack of any kind? Do I want to know I am always loved, safe, secure, and that all my needs are always met? Do I want to know that God's will for me is consistent and in uninterruptible love, happiness, joy, abundance, and good health? I want to repeat those questions and just let us contemplate that for a second. Do I want to know myself as eternally innocent, as invulnerable to attack of any kind? Do I want to know I am always loved, safe, and secure, and that all my needs are always met? Do I want to know that God's will for me is consistent and what is God's will? Do I want to know that God's will for me is consistent and uninterruptible love, happiness, joy, abundance, and good health? Initially you're like, yes, that's what I want. But something gets in the way of that. Something gets in the way of experiencing that on different levels for each one of us. And that's been the deep dive for us this morning. So just sharing some morning contemplations and some morning questions that really impacted our heart and will continue throughout the day. So 40 days of prosperity, day 5. Day 5. Here is day 5's affirmation. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. That is the crux, the meeting, the crossroads, where we come into our trust in that. We fear not having enough money. We fear not having enough supply. And so we look to visible money, we look to visible conditions, we look to people, places, and conditions. How many relationships stay in relationship just because this person is my supply? If I choose to leave a relationship that's no longer fit for me, then I will lose my supply and I will lose my security. And so therefore I stay in a relationship that's no longer fit. I stay in a condition that's no longer perfect for me, that's no longer peaceful for me, because this person or this person's money is my supply. And so we create these conditions in our life where we're experiencing suffering, we're experiencing conditions that bring fear and anxiety and depression. And so we're invited to go, look, money is not my supply. This condition is not my supply. What the government does or does not do is not your supply. It's not our supply. My awareness, my understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me, within you, is our supply. And our consciousness and our awareness of this truth is unlimited. There is no limit to what God can do through you. There's no limit to the supply, this activity that's always moving, always going. There is no limit to it. Your consciousness, your awareness of this truth is unlimited. You can increase your capacity to understand the allness, the lavishness of the infinite mind of God that knows exactly what you need when you need it. And I know this, and I speak this not from a place of mastery. I speak this from a place of, this is the work. This is where I groove in my mind to do the work, to reap the results of an abundant life, of a prosperous life. Good morning, Penny. Thanks for being here. So, there's the affirmation. Money is not my supply. No person, no place, or condition is my supply. And going back to our declaration, we cease to believe in money, invisible money, in people, places, and conditions being my supply. Done. That's my New Year's intention. That's our New Year's intention in these 40 days to go, I'm done putting my faith in visible money. I'm done putting my faith in people, places, and conditions having to be a certain way for my supply. My awareness and my understanding and knowledge of this all-providing activity of the divine mind within me, the God self within me, the Christ within me, that's my supply, as we did yesterday. This is my supply, and my awareness of it, my understanding of it, my contemplation of this truth, this divine truth with a capital T, is what leads me to the kingdom of heaven, the abundant life. God is my supply. Spirit is my supply. Call that energy what you choose to call it, but call it often, as I like to say. Call it often. Be in relationship with it, and it will pull you through your thresholds. And our consciousness of this truth is unlimited. We can increase our awareness, our understanding, our consciousness, and therefore our supply is unlimited. Breathing that truth for the day. Day 5. My commitment is just to keep my focus on this today, this awareness with you. 40 days, keep coming back. Share this with a friend. This is just a gift, and I pray that it inspires something inside of you, that it brings comfort, and it brings the fire of truth that burns away the false beliefs that we have around our mind and our heart about what's possible for us. You know, Heather and I we're in our own home. In truth, 7 years that we've been in relationship, I'd walk. I remember when I was living with Penny here, I remember doing a recording. I walked around our neighborhood in Thousand Oaks, and I was in tears because I looked at all these homes. I looked at all these people who are living normal lives. Am I ever going to be able to do this? Am I ever going to be able just to call in a home? That's where my consciousness was. In truth, I love living in community, and we've blazed a trail of how to live in community. And we knew, and we called in our own perfect temple of grace, our own home space, our own little chrysalis, where we can serve and pray and meditate and be in a family together without the energies of anybody else. And because we worked on to receive this, our capacity to believe that this can be our life, I believe we're here now. I mean, there is no accidents. Nothing happens by chance. It all happens by grand design. It all happens by intention and creation. There's no victims, there are no accidents. It's all by our own consciousness. Back of everything is consciousness. The cause of all things, of all the effects of our life, are the causes that we create, individually and collectively. And so my mind wants to go to the bigger, but I want to stay here in this lane. Affirmation number 5, money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, my understanding, and my knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited, so therefore my supply is unlimited. Your supply is unlimited, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your social class, irrespective of what degrees you have. No person, place, or condition determines our supply. I pray that this supports you today. I pray that you have a wonderful day today. And thank you. Thank you for you being you. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.